and welcome back to Song Surveys on Sofas with Superheroes, the sub-series. So, I know I'm a little bit late, but I was kind of busy this weekend. I got married, so I didn't really have time to do this, but I'm here now, and yeah. So I'm really excited. Last week we did an old school song, so today is a new song, and I so excited about this band. I've loved them for a very long time, and they haven't made music for a very long time, and now they are back. And this song is a fantastic comeback. I am so thrilled. I can't wait to see them. I can't wait to hear their new album. I am so excited. So the song is Without You by Cold, and it starts with an instrumental that's very percussion heavy, and the music doesn't really change once the lyrics start. But let me just tell you, that first line is just, oh God. Hearing the singer sing the word away again is, I mean, I just like got chills, and I was just taken back to, just so many of their songs that I love, and just his voice is just so like comforting. You're like, oh my God, I like love that song, and oh, that album was so good. So I really love that the word away was in their first line. It just makes me so happy, and it was just, again, such a good introduction back into Cold. So the first line is, take away all your little things. And I love that they use little things, especially for Cold. I mean, obviously, little things she said comes to mind. And so I kind of just feel like that line is take away your little things. Or take away all your little things. So I just really love, it's kind of like, okay guys, like this is us, we're back, like take away those little things, because like we're here and it's going to be different and it's going to be great. But the best part is like this whole song is just so Cold. Like it's just so great. But also I think that this line in general like is super interesting if you didn't know Cold at all. So if this is like your first experience with Cold, I just like that line, take away all your little things. I really just kind of enjoy that concept of like, well, like what does that look like, right? So you're taking away these little pieces of yourself, and then what are those big parts that's left? Like you kind of really ask yourself that question. I mean, what's considered a little thing? Is it, being frustrated in traffic? Is that a little thing? Is it, certain songs or certain shows or certain quirks or certain, little lines that you say all the time, or, so like what are those big things that are left once you take all those little things away? Like are we a accumulation of little things together, and that kind of is what makes us? Or is it you have certain big things and then you have certain little things, and so, taking one of those two away would be possible? I don't know. It's just really an interesting concept. Instead of just being a combination of little things, it is like just all these big things with these little things. I don't know, just an interesting thing. Love that. Love the first line, just so good. And again, I like that, again, the concept of taking away and then your little things. So really good first line. Okay, so then basically in this verse, I pretty much like every other line, right? So I love the first line, I love the third line, I love the fifth line. So the third line is running away from everyone into me. And so I really love the word into. And again, you get this image of like someone running and then into, right? So they chose into instead of to, right? Because I can run to you. And when I think of like run to you, I think of like, showing up at your doorstep and you're just like, hey, but no, this is not running to you. This is running into you. So I am running from everyone. And then like you like slam, I don't know, just like this, you get this image of like contact, right? This physical contact. You've run into somebody. So I like that. I thought that was a really good choice, into versus to. And then, and so after that line, the into me, you get this musical change. So there's like bursts of guitar, which again, so Cold, and I so love it. Really cool kind of change for halfway through the verse. And then the line is, everything's broken at the seams. And again, I really like the idea and the image of broken at the seams instead of splitting at the seams, right? Because you think of like a seam in terms of, like two fabric pieces placed together. you know, you splitting at the seams, right? It's coming apart, but it's not splitting, it's broken. So I do kind of like that you've gone from like this, you know, it's breaking and splitting and coming apart to no, it's done. It's already separated and broken. So I kind of like that. I thought that was, again, a really good word choice for that. Then the music shifts into the chorus, and this is where like the instruments come in for sure. And it's a really great change. I really like it. I think it sounds good, and it definitely works with the song. It gives this new but also similar feel to it, so really good. And all the lines in the chorus are great, but the last two like just give me such chills. I love it. So might not love without you, and I might be wrong. The word might is just so great. I love, it's like so heartbreaking, right? You're thinking like this song is like this without you, right? Like I can't be without you. I can't feel without you. I might not love without you. So yeah, just the might, and then I might be wrong. Now I personally think he's talking about the previous three lines that he might be wrong about. I mean, but it could also be like might be wrong in terms of just like in life in general, right? Like all these other things I think in life, I'm usually kind of right or on the right track, and then like, whoa, but now I actually could be wrong. But I do think it's kind of talking about the previous three lines. And so if you think differently, I would love to know. But yeah, so anyway, I love that. I love the word might. I think it was such a good choice, and I know I will get there, but so that never changes throughout the choruses. And I just, that might not love without you, like I don't know, you just think this song is like, yeah, I can't feel without you, I'm lost without you, but that I might not love, like I just, so good. It's so good. It just gives me the chills. So yeah, so I really love that. And then what's super interesting is, so the chorus ends, but the music stays pretty much like strong, and then the first line of the second verse is saying with that music as it's fading away. And I cannot think of a song that does that as distinctly as this song does. And I really love that. I think it's just so fantastic. It's, you know, you're like you're just bringing these parts together, and it's very good choice. And I think it's a really interesting choice. And again, I can't right now think of a song that does that. Usually you get this like verse, kind of this little musical transition, chorus, little musical transition, verse, or just a drop of music and then verse. So I really love that they kind of started singing that second verse as the music is coming down. Really, really fantastic choice. Definitely, again, makes the song unique and sound different. So I really like that. So this second verse is super interesting. It definitely kind of adds this darker twist to this song. And again, I really like that. And so they do repeat the line, running away from everyone into me. And again, that same thing happens where you get the bursts of guitar right after that line comes in for the rest of the verse. So yeah, but my favorite line is the last line in this verse, and I think it's so good. I can play games as good as you can bury things. And so I love that it's like, almost like not competitive in terms of he's like bragging about it, but it's almost like, oh yeah, you can bury things really well. Well, guess what? I can play games really well. So like, it's on. Like, I just like love that it's like a way to take like some of their vices and kind of like, I don't know, he's like pitting them against each other. And so again, like I like that, people bury things and they like keep things to themselves and everything. And then you get this idea of like, oh yeah, well while you're burying that, I'm playing a game with you. And so like, and it just like, yeah, it's like this idea of like, this is what's happening to these two people, right? Is this one person is burying, keeping it down, and this other person is playing games. And yeah, it's just like, you're like, well, no wonder this is going to be a disaster. But I love that line. And so I think it definitely, kind of works with that verse for sure. And definitely, again, for that chorus, right? Like these two people are destroying each other or destroying their relationship with this other person because they are priding themselves. Not really priding. I mean, he doesn't sound like he's proud, but it's, he's comparing like, look, you bury stuff and I play games. So we both have bad things and we both do them equally as well. And so they're different bad things, right? It's not like we both play games really well or we both bury things really well. It's different, and I like it. I don't know. It just kind of sets up this dynamic in this relationship that I really like. And then, so then the music changes again and goes back into the chorus. And after the chorus is the bridge, and I love it. I love it. They do this music dual singing thing, and it is just so good. So good. So good. So yeah. So the first part of the bridge, it's actually like a 2-part bridge. So the first part of the bridge, they sing 3 of the 4 lines of the chorus, but they kind of switch it up a little bit. So the second line of the chorus is sang first, and the way that they sing the word feel in that is so good, right? They hold it and it's a little bit higher. Like, it's just so good. So good. Love that choice. And then the second line of the bridge part is can't go on without you. And then the last 2 lines of the chorus are sang. And while that's going on in the foreground, in the background, the line, I know something's wrong, is saying behind it. And it's great because the last word of the last line in the chorus is wrong. So what happens is during the last line of the chorus, during the bridge part, the word wrong in the background is kind of held. And then as the line continues, the word wrong from the last line of the chorus in the bridge now like kind of is matching up with the word wrong that's saying in the background. And so that's pretty cool effect. And I just, again, I love that dual singing in general. And I love that they changed the chorus a little bit to make the bridge a little bit different. But again, I like that they ended on wrong. And I feel like I should have seen that coming when I was reading the lyrics, but I totally didn't. And it's so good. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed that part. And yeah, so then right after that part is saying, the background, so the music drops and the background continues. So that background singing, but instead of I know something's wrong, it's just I know something, I know something, I know something. And as that's being repeated and sang, the foreground singer, the lead singer, comes back in with I might be wrong, and they repeat that twice. So yeah, so it's pretty great effect. So it's like you get this first part of the bridge, which is kind of like the chorus, but it's different. And then you get this other, like, just that background coming in pretty strong with that 2 repetitions of I might be wrong in the foreground. Yeah, so that's pretty great. And then there's like this instrument part, and it's pretty awesome. Again, just like kind of brief. So the word wrong, again, like kind of is held for a long time, and the music is kind of building, and then it kind of goes into this like instrumental part, and then it changes and goes back into the chorus with that full music sound again. So yeah, so the chorus is repeated one more time, and then after the chorus is repeated, the first part of the bridge with the same repetition, same dual singing, is sang again. And I think that was like a really great choice. Again, it's not like they repeated the chorus twice. They changed it, and they had that dual singing going on. So yeah, I really liked that. And then after that first part of the bridge is repeated that second time, the last note kind of just fades out, and that's the end of the song. Anyway, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to hear what comes out by Cold, and just this song coming out totally just took me by surprise. I got the email about them coming on tour, which was so shocking. I'm pretty sure I was with like a bunch of random people, and I went, and they were like, what's wrong? And I was like, oh my God, this band that I love is coming. Oh my God, like so excited. So I cannot wait. I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. This song is just such a good comeback. I'm so excited for Cold. And please comment, subscribe, like, and again, sorry for this being late, but I will see you guys next week. Bye.